Today we will discuss concept of function and problems of functions. Basically, my target is to discuss algebraic types of functions. Algebraic types of functions means we are dealing with main idea of function with the idea with regard to algebra. So if there are two values, two sets of value, one is x, another set is y, such that y, values of y mathematically dependent on x. So y is dependent on x mathematically. That means in order to know the value of y, values of y, we need to know the value of x. Then we consider and when we discuss y as function of x. So this concept f of x means we have to know values of x in order to know the value of y. X is independent, y is dependent, and y is dependent on x. So what we want to find out in this topic, that means we have to have some relation of y depending on x. It's like some questions we can discuss here. Suppose we have y, instead of y we are having fx. It's a problem, we are discussing a problem. Fx, the function of x, is equal to 2x square minus 5x plus 4. Find the value of x. We have to find the value of x such that 2fx is equals to f2x. So this is the question. So what do we require in this question? That if the function of x is 2x square minus 5x plus 4, we have to find out the value of x such that 2 times fx will be f of 2x. Now what we will do when we will solve it, we first multiply this expression with 2, because 2fx is 2 into the whole expression, that is 2x square minus 5x plus 4. And now when we simplify, it is 4x square opening the bracket minus 10x plus 8. This is the value when we are considering 2fx. Now when we are considering f2x, then what we will do, this idea of function is to replace x by 2x. That means we will replace x by 2x. So that will be 2 into 2x square minus 5 into 2x plus 4. So what we are having, 2fx is multiplying the whole expression into 2, and f2x will be instead of x we are replacing 2x in the given function. Now what we are finding here is 2 into 4, that is 2 square and x square minus 10x plus 4, that means 8x square minus 10x plus 4. Now we will equate. Now we equate the 2. We are equating the 2. That means we are equating f2x and 2fx. That means we are equating 4x square minus 10x plus, this is 2fx. That means multiplying the whole thing with 2, 8. And now f2x is 8x square minus 10x plus 4. So what is happening? 10x cancelled from both sides, and we are getting minus 4x square. Taking 4x square minus 8x square is equal to 4 minus 8. So 4 minus 8 is minus 4. So x square is 1. Therefore x will be root over 1, which is plus minus 1. Root over 1, which is plus minus 1. Therefore this is a question where we have found that the value of the function in this case is plus value of x is plus minus 1. Now coming to another example of function like fx, a function fx, another example fx, another example we are doing fx equal to 3x minus 2. Fx is equal to 3x minus 2 by 5x minus 3. Now what is required? What is required to be shown? Prove. Prove that. We have to prove f of fx. That means function of x. F of fx is equal to x. This is the question. It is a question where we have to replace x by fx. What you need to do? We have to prove. That means when we are finding f of fx, function of x, then what we will do, instead of x, instead of this x, the whole expression will be replaced. That means this x will be replaced by the whole expression. Why? The reason behind it is x is now the whole fx, and whole fx is again this expression, and then 5 into the whole expression, because f of fx, that means x is replaced, x will be replaced by fx. So when you are replacing x as fx, so it is 3 the whole expression again minus 2, and 5 the whole expression again minus 3. So this is the idea behind the function in this problem. What we are now going to do will be to simplify the expression like this. 3 into 3x, that is 9x minus 6, and this 5x minus 3 as usual in the denominator minus 2, and it is 5 into 3, 15x minus 10 divided by 5x minus 3 minus 3. Now we will take the LCM in the numerator and in the denominator separately. So when we are taking the LCM, what we are finding, 9x minus 6 minus 10x plus 6, because the LCM 5 into 2 is 10x, 3 into 2 is 6, but there is a sign. Now this is divided by 5x minus 3 whole by 15x minus 10 minus 5 into 3, 15x plus 9 whole by 5x minus 3. So 5x minus 3 cancelled out. Something more cancelled out. This minus 6 plus 6, that will be cancelled. Minus 15x plus 15x, that will be also cancelled. So what is left there? It is minus x, because 9 minus 10 x, and here it is 10 minus 10 plus 9 is minus 1. So answer is x, which is the required right hand side proved. So we have proved that in this expression function of x is x. Now we can take another example. We can take another example of function. In the chapter actually function is nothing but it's an example where it's a concept where a variable decides other variable, like this one. Fx is equal to, another example, fx is equal to e to the power ax plus b. Now we are requiring to show that f of alpha into f of beta into f of gamma, these three when you are finding will be e to the power 2b f of alpha plus beta plus gamma. That is a question we require to prove. What we'll do, we'll first find the left hand side. F of alpha. What is f of alpha? Function of alpha. We know function of x is e to the power ax plus b. E to the power ax plus b. So we can write e to the power a alpha plus b. Now f of beta, that is function of beta, e to the power a beta plus b. And now the third one, e to the power a gamma, which is x as gamma plus b. So when we are adding, e will be the base, e is the base, so it will be added with all these powers. All the powers will be added. Now if we look at the final expression, what we are finding here, in this expression is, if we look at closely, this expression it will be e to the power a alpha plus beta plus gamma, because a alpha, a beta, a gamma. Now 3 times b plus b plus b plus b plus b. So if I write b and then 2b, why? If I write, then what is happening? We can separate the base as e to the power 2b separated, and we are writing like this. Now what is this? In place of ax, e to the power ax plus b, if you look at this one, e to the power ax plus b, so this portion, what we are finding, x is alpha plus beta plus gamma, therefore it is a function of alpha plus beta plus gamma, because ax plus b, x is alpha plus beta plus gamma here, into extra part is e to the power 2b, which is the right hand side. So this proves the right hand side. Now one more problem we can discuss here, another problem, and that is another problem is like fx is equal to log 1 minus x by 1 plus x. Prove that. We are requiring to prove that f of a plus f of b is equal to f of function of, f means function of, f of we are wanting to prove that it will be f of a plus b by 1 plus ab. So how to solve? This is the question. In order to prove this, we proceed from the left hand side. F of a means x is to be replaced by a, 1 minus a by 1 plus a. Instead of x we have replaced a. Now f of b will be 1 minus b by 1 plus b. Now if you add, log is added with another log when both are having the same base, assuming that the base of log is same, then we have log, the whole thing will be multiplied, 1 minus a into 1 plus a divided by 1 plus a into 1 minus b by 1 plus b. So now we can multiply in the numerator and denominator. So if I multiply the numerator and denominator, what we will find, log 1 minus a minus b plus ab, and in the denominator 1 plus a plus b plus ab. Now when we are watching this expression carefully with the right hand side, what we can observe that in the right hand side we are finding this type of expression. This is 1 plus ab minus a plus b. Not right hand side, actually seeing the right hand side, I am arranging the numerator, and denominator I am arranging 1 plus ab plus a plus b. Now looking at the expression, what we can do, we can have one clear idea, dividing by 1 plus ab, dividing both numerator and denominator, both numerator and denominator by 1 plus ab. So what we are finding is, dividing both numerator and denominator by 1 plus ab, it will become this way. So now you look, it is log 1 minus x by 1 plus x, 1 minus x by 1 plus x, 1 minus x by 1 plus x. That means this is nothing but function of x, but x is not x. X is a plus b by 1 plus ab. So looking at the right hand side, we are finding that it is proved. So this way we can prove if we can do from left hand side to, want to do from left hand side to right hand side. Now another concept of function is even function, odd function, which is very simple. Even function is even function, odd function. Even function are those functions where f minus x will be always fx, no change. And odd function is those function where f minus x will be minus of fx. That means we have two types of function. One is if you change the sign of x as minus x, it will remain as it is. And another one is if you change the function, the sign of x as minus x, it will become minus fx. Now, one problem I am showing, examine even or odd function. Examine even or odd function. That means we are asking whether the function is even or odd. You need to find fx is equal to x into e to the power x plus 1, minus 1 e to the power x plus 1. This is the expression. Now what we will do, instead of x we will put minus x. How to check it is even or odd? We will replace x as minus x. Replacing x as minus x, what we are finding, minus x e to the power minus x minus 1 by minus x plus 1. So what is happening? Instead of x we have replaced minus x. So what is happening now? What is happening if you look at the expression, minus x into 1 by e to the power x minus 1 by 1 by e to the power x plus 1. What we have done? This e to the power minus x, the power is minus, so it will take the power to it will take the whole thing to the denominator, because something to the power minus will make it 1 by reciprocal. Now we will take the LCM. We are taking the LCM, minus x, 1 minus e to the power x and 1 plus e to the power x. E to the power x cancelled out, and what we are doing here, what we can do, this one. Now taking minus sign common from the numerator, only minus sign from numerator, taking minus sign common from numerator. If you take minus sign common from numerator, it will be minus of minus x, that is plus x, e to the power x minus 1 by e to the power x plus 1. What we have done, taking minus sign common from numerator to make this minus sign to plus. So now look at this expression, this is fx. So what we have found, f minus x is fx, that means f minus x, when it is fx, that means it is a even function. So this is the idea of even or odd function, even function. Now coming to one more problem of this kind, like fx plus 2, this type of question. If x plus 3 is equal to 2x square plus 5, find f x minus 1. We can do directly by replacing x, adjusting x, but I can suggest you, this is the question, find. What we can do, we can change the variable. It is a better approach to do. If you change the variable like this, let this x plus 3, this is x plus 3, but on the right hand side we are not finding directly x plus 3. Let it be u is equal to x plus 3. That means what is x? X is changing the side, u minus 3. Now what we will do, we will go back to the problem, which is this one, putting x plus 3 as u. On the right hand side we will place x as u minus 3 and whole square plus 5. Now proceeding, simplifying, 2u square minus 6u plus 9 plus 5. Simplifying 2u square minus 12u plus 18 plus 5, that is 23. But the question is not f u, function of u is not the question. We are asking you to find out f x minus 1. That means we need to know what is the function of x minus 1. So just do one thing, replace the value of u now. This is function of u, finally. Replace u as x minus 1. 2 into x minus 1 whole square minus 12 into x minus 1 plus 23. So we can simplify and get the final answer. To simplify, 2x square minus 2x, the square formula, minus 12x plus 12 plus 23, and now further simplifying, 2x square minus 4x minus 12x minus 16x plus 2 plus 12, 14 plus 23, 37. So this is the final answer. These are the problems, a few problems of algebra function for today.